All right, it's time to fix the old brake line on this truck. Okay, basically you got, here's one that needs to, one end of the line that needs to come out. First thing I did, I sprayed it with PB Blaster. Have pretty good luck with this stuff. It's no miracle cure, but it definitely does actually seem to help. And I sprayed it on there. I will see if this one loosens up. All right, that's a 14 millimeter. Oh, there we go. Well, that ain't so bad. That went easy. Now, 9/16 is just a hair bigger than a 14. So if you have one where the 14 is super tight and you want it, but 9/16 seems a little loose, I break her open with the 14 and then switch over to the 9/16 because it's easier to slide on there. Wow, that's coming right off. Okay, now the other end of the line is down here. So basically on this one, I'm going to guess, all right, a 13 to hold the block. You're definitely going to want to hold the block. And then, well, we'll see how tight the 9/16 is on there. Ooh, that's pretty loose. We'll see if we feel any slipping. Ah. Well, it cracked loose out of the block. Again, I'd sprayed it with PB Blaster. But, okay, now the line is stuck on it. Okay, so the line is obviously stuck in the fitting. Let me get this out of here. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to cut this line off so I can unscrew the fitting. And if you're ever doing a crusty old brake line like this, and you're worried about stripping it out, sometimes it's way better to cut the line and take a 6-point socket and stick the 6-point socket on there so you have not as much chance of stripping it out. But all right, it looks like I'm gonna have to go get a cutter. In fact, I didn't bring most of my tools up here, so this will be kind of a cobble job. At home I set aside my whole brake tool kit for making brake lines and cutting the lines and flaring it, and my little tubing bender. And of course I left it all sitting by the door in the garage. So what we did, we run down to the hardware store and I bought an Acme piece of brake line, and I'm hoping the threads line up. We'll see. Maybe I won't even be able to cobble this together. But I was just going to try bending it by hand since I don't have my tools, and we'll see if we can get this thing up and going again. Alright, I'll go get a cutter and we'll continue on with this repair. Alright, the old brake line's out of there. I did end up cutting that off. You don't necessarily have to cut that stuff off. You could like hang on to the line and wiggle this back and forth and try and free it up on the line, but I'm so used to working flat rate, you know, if something doesn't come off, you just cut it off. Time is money. Time is money. But this is definitely not the greatest brake line replacement I ever did. I didn't have any of my tools, so I ended up buying this Acme piece of line at the local hardware store. I just bent it by hand Fortunately, it bent fairly easy and screwed her in. So I got lucky. All I needed was one 30-inch piece. So for a couple bucks, I'm back in business. Now you may be wondering, all right, you know, you still got to bleed this thing. I'm dropping wrenches. But let me look under here and see if, well, maybe these bleeders would turn. But I'm not even going to bleed these brakes out. I'm just going to, you know, I may try cracking the line if it's too bad. I may have my wife pump the pedal and maybe I'll crack the line here. But otherwise, this thing isn't no race car, so if the brake pedal goes about to the floor, as long as it stops, I'm fine with it, because this thing will just be bouncing around the fields back here. But time will tell. If it really sucks, I'll tape how I try bleeding this thing out, because I think if I tried cracking the bleeders, they'd all probably bust off, or I think it would be a complete nightmare. But there, that is the fix on the truck. It should be going. I'm gonna go get the keys and some brake fluid, and we'll see how this bad boy works. Hey, Course, what do you think? Should we go for a ride in a truck that might not have brakes? All right, let's saddle up. Ooh, windy. No, you don't get to drive this time. I'm driving. All right. Well, we still got the brake light on, I imagine. Pedal goes down to the floor. All right, we'll stick her in reverse. See if it stops here. Oh yeah. I'm gonna go ahead. Gotta back into the field a little bit here. Oh, easy, easy, co-pilot. Pick a gear, any gear. Well, I would say I got lucky, and I'm gonna get by without having to bleed this out. Would you ever do that on a vehicle you drove on the road? Absolutely not. But uh-oh, there's something living in my ceiling. My dog's awfully interested in the ceiling.